What's up, you guys? Welcome to St. Joe's Boxing Channel. I'm your host, Joe Clem15. Today I want to talk about a topic. That topic is, well, I want to differentiate all-time greats and all-time great careers. There's a big damn difference. And, with Mayweather and Pacquiao, all these great fighters right now, people are ranking them, and sometimes they're giving them too much credit, sometimes they're not giving them enough credit, because most people have so much respect for the old school. But I'm here to give you guys a reality check. People get pissed off that Mayweather's comparing himself to Sugar Ray Robinson. A lot of boxing experts consider Sugar Ray Robinson the greatest fighter of all time. No, I'm sorry, but no, not even not even close. What Sugar Ray Robinson is, what he has, is perhaps the all-time greatest career. Big difference. It's hard to be an all-time great, and the thing is, the more modern athletes have the advantage. You can consider Jesse Owens an all-time great track sprinter, but anybody in this modern age is technically greater than he is. As time progresses, athletes get more and more advanced. Sugar Ray Robinson, at his time, during that time period, nobody was better. I honestly believe that Sugar Ray Robinson was an athlete who was ahead of his time. He probably should have been, born 15 years later. But the reality, in terms of ranking him with the welterweights, and when he crossed over into middleweight, there's so many people I can name who would beat him. They didn't have better careers than he did, but they're greater than he is. Sugar Ray Leonard would knock out Sugar Ray Robinson. Come on. Hagler at middleweight or at junior middleweight. They didn't have a junior middleweight back when Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting, I believe. But Roy Jones at middleweight would knock Sugar Ray Robinson out. Another example. Nobody would ever consider fighters like Ray Mercer or the Bone Crusher or, man, I'll even say somebody, like Tommy Morrison or some shit like that. Nobody would consider these fighters all-time greats. But I promise you, they'd probably beat Rocky Marciano. And Grand Rocky Marciano was fighting, the late 40s, early 50s. He was great for that time. Personally, I think he just, I'll just save that for another video. But, that's what I'm talking about. So there's a difference between having an all-time great career and being an all-time great. Mayweather, all-time great. All-time great career? He's still building his legacy. His career's not over yet. It's hard for me to rank it now. But when you compare Sugar Ray Robinson's career to Floyd Mayweather's career, Sugar Ray Robinson has a far greater career. In terms of all-time greatness, Mayweather's a greater boxer. He's greater. I'm sorry, but he is. If you were to put them in the ring at welterweight, Mayweather would dominate him. That's due to the fact that he's a more advanced athlete because of time, and since Sugar Ray Robinson's time, the sweet science has evolved. I will say that you can argue that Mayweather emulates Robinson, because without Robinson, there really wouldn't be the style of outboxing someone, a slick boxer. That the fundamentals are rooted within Sugar Ray Robinson. Maybe in fighters like Willie Pett, then to Ali, then passed down to Sugar Ray Leonard, and so on and so forth. Floyd Mayweather's style is heavily dependent on what Robinson used to do. But if you put them in the ring, I think Mayweather would win easily, quite frankly. Is Mayweather as dominant in his time as Sugar Ray Robinson was in his time? No, I don't think so. But it's not as far off as you think it is, because frankly, I haven't really seen Mayweather, you know, in that hard of a fight. And another thing is that when I hear a lot of YouTube debates, people talk about, oh, this person beats this person, and that person beats this person, and thus, this person is better. You can't. Boxing has a different logic to it. It's fallacious to say that because this person beat this person, and this person beat this person, well, that means that this person can beat this person. Example would be, Joe Frazier beating Ali, George Foreman beating Joe Frazier, then Ali knocking out George Foreman. But I'm sure a lot of people know that. People follow that logic. People understand that, just because Cotto beats Mosley and Mosley beats Margarito, Mosley can't necessarily beat Cotto very easily. But the logic even gets more confusing than that. If you beat somebody in boxing, it's convenient to say that you're better than that person, that you're a greater fighter. But come to think of it, like, I've been thinking about it lately, and I think it gets more complex than that. I consider a Mike Tyson an all-time great. I'm sure we all do. But does that mean that Buster Douglas is an all-time great too? I mean, You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, just because you beat somebody, does that make you better than that person? Because if so, then Buster Douglas is one of the best heavyweights of all time. Exactly. See, I'm pretty sure you disagree with that. Everybody has matchup problems. When you consider somebody better than another fighter, examine it carefully. Examine that person's record, who they can normally beat, and determine whether it's just not, if somebody has that number. Because sometimes, what I'm saying, I think Vernon Forrest is a better fighter than Mayorga, but Mayorga, he just struggles with Mayorga, and so on and so forth. There's many examples like that. This is just something to think about. This is my first video. I'm welcome to discussion. Leave the comments below. I love the debate. Tell me your thoughts. Joe Clinton 15 signing out. Okay.